Hello and welcome to YouTube Live Grace Yoga, 30-minute stretch here. I'm so glad that you're here with me. We're gonna do just a short yoga practice, stretching out our muscles. It's where I'm at, getting close to the end of the day. I've been sitting a lot throughout the whole day, so stretching is a really good thing to do, especially at the end of the day. So let's get started, shall we? Thank you for being here. All right. So let us start standing up, shall we? All right, so go ahead and come up to standing. We're going to take a nice wide stance here. So you don't have to go too far at first. Maybe as you start to get into it, into this stretch, it'll feel a little bit more comfortable for you, and then you can take your legs wider as we move through this pose. We're going to do a wide-legged forward fold. So actually, the wider you have your feet, the easier it actually might be. Feel free to grab some blocks if you'd like here. You might want them. All right, so let's do this. So we're just going to warm up the body before we start to stretch. So let's inhale our arms up, exhale down, inhale up. Make sure the toes are pointed in the same direction as your knees. Inhaling up, exhale down. We just want to raise the heart rate before we start to stretch our muscles. Inhale up, exhale down. You can stay here if you'd like, continuing to do this nice, graceful movement here, or you can kick off of one leg and lean over to the left and down. Maybe your leg comes off the floor, and maybe it doesn't. Maybe you keep your toe down on the floor. Syncing this movement with your breath. So we're just warming the body. You can stay here in the center, or you can move to the side. You're doing good. We're just raising our heart rates as we start to stretch. Oh, nice job. Nice to have you here. All right. Just a bit more. Maybe you still take it from side to side. As you exhale, draw your navel in toward your spine. All right. Starting to slow that down. Ooh. And then bringing hands up. Breathing in, interlacing fingers, pointing the pointer fingers. Exhaling out, taking the fingers, pointing them over to the left. Inhaling here. Exhale, center. Inhale to the other side. And then center. Good. Bring your hands to your heart center. Plug the backs of your palms here into your chest. Notice if your heart rate is increased, and if it is, awesome. All right, let's take our arms out, wide leg stance. So maybe you feel more comfortable taking a wider stance. Hands come to the hips here. Nice soft bend in the knees. We're not locking out here. With a flat back, we're going to hinge at the hips, tighten the glutes, tighten the hamstrings and calves as you move forward, forward folding. Here's where the blocks may come in handy for you. So if you'd like one or two blocks, you can use them. And here's where you can heel toe your feet away. 1, 2, mic check. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can't hear me or there's any issues, just let me know. So, and you can type in the chat to let me know. All right. All right, we're going to walk our hands over toward the left, beginning to stretch into that left hamstring there. The inner thigh, left inner thigh. Exhale, walking to the other side. Welcome. Hi, welcome. If you have a bolster, we're going to use one here. So I'm going to have to move my beautiful Guinevere. She's going to have to move, please. You're such a good girl. Go over there. All right. We're going to take this down to one side here. So, all right, we're going to come down here. So we're going to start to move into splits. So splits doesn't have to be all the way down. You can use your blocks even here. You don't even need a bolster. If you don't have one, you can just do this without a bolster. We're going to start to get into the hamstrings. Excellent job. Good job. Maybe you need the blocks, maybe you don't. It's completely up to you. Maybe the front knee is bent. And just breathe. So I'm going to breathe with that yogic breath. Constriction in the back of the throat. Inhaling like Darth Vader. Exhaling like Darth Vader. Good. All right, not stretching too deep. We're just getting into this. We warmed up the body already. So if you're just joining, welcome. Before we start to stretch muscles, we want to make sure that they're warmed up. So if there's anything you can do to warm up before you start stretching, go ahead and do that. Or maybe you've just been outside and you're already warmed up. And it's not morning where I'm at. It's kind of toward the end of the day. So breathe with that yogic breath, like you're fogging up a mirror. Exhale out. Notice how the breath being warm like that really makes a big difference in the energy of the body and how it actually feels hot in the throat. All right, we're coming to present moment here. So we're moving the bolster out of the way and coming to kind of through tabletop. Go ahead and press up into plank. So I'm doing a plank challenge with a friend, Utter Chaos. He is on Instagram. And so I've been doing a plank challenge with him. It's been really awesome. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to exhale the left knee behind the left wrist and walk that foot out to the side. So you can keep the heel back if you'd like, or you can walk that heel up. Plant your back knee on the ground. Point those back toes if that's comfortable. You're also welcome to keep the back toes up. You can stay up here with the chest higher, or you can walk down. Walk the torso, walk the hands away from the body, torso is down. Whew, I'm warm just from warming up earlier, which is good because it's not good to stretch a cold muscle. Walk the hands back. Maybe here we draw the back heel toward the glutes. Maybe you grab that with same side hand, or maybe it feels better to add a twist, grabbing it with the opposite hand. Whatever feels right for you, just kind of test the waters and see what's good. Release down, tuck the back toes under, press the palms into the mat, lift the back leg, send the hips to the sky, meet in downward facing dog, pedal the feet out. You're doing a good job. All right, now we're going to take that right knee, move through plank, place the right knee behind the right wrist, and then walk the right ankle out toward the left. Doesn't have to go all the way so that the right shin is parallel with the mat. That is extreme stretch there. So you can keep your heel back. So if you notice, I just shift it back just a little bit. So last time I was on YouTube was it last week that we experienced a problem? No, it wasn't last week. Was it? Yes, it was. Time flies way too fast. So let's enjoy the time that we have right now, bringing our awareness to this present moment and thinking of all the things that we can be grateful for. Was a beautiful day outside? Anything from the air we breathe. Maybe you stay up with the torso, or maybe you walk your hands out. So grateful that you're here. That's one thing I'm super grateful for right now. Can you believe it's already been 10 minutes since we started? Yay! So a third of the way done here. Walking the hands back, and if you'd like, this is an option. You don't have to do this. You can reach back with the same side hand, see if that feels pretty good. Last time I tried to do this, it was way too much stretch for me, but today it's a little bit more accessible, and that's what's so beautiful about yoga. I have not visited this stretch since the last time we did this together, probably about a week ago or so, and even in just a week, even though I haven't done the same pose, I've been doing yoga, but just not maybe this one in particular. I'm going to test the waters with the other hand to see how that feels. And it's more accessible to me today. And it may be for you as well. Isn't that awesome? The body is awesome. It's very, very cool. All right, bringing hands down. And then we're going to just push back into tabletop. We're going to start to add a little bit of a twist here. So inhaling the left arm up to the sky. Make sure your right wrist is underneath right shoulder, and then the knees are underneath hips. And then we're going to exhale, threading the needle here, placing the left shoulder on the floor, stretching through into the low back. So if you're a planker and you're visiting here, when I say planker, it's Utter Chaos's Plank Challenge member. This might feel really good because doing lots of planks, you might get sore in the shoulders, in the upper body. And anytime anything feels super good in yoga, I always say out loud, thank you. And I'm just saying thank you in general, because it's just gratitude is the best place to be. Pressing the right hand down into the mat, inhaling the left arm up. Exhale, planting the left wrist underneath left shoulder. Inhale the right arm up. Good. Awesome job. You're doing a good job. And breathe. On your next exhale, we're going to thread the needle through. So send this right arm kind of really close to the left wrist, but then keep on going, threading that needle on through, and we're going to face away from each other for just a moment. Whew, I'm warm. Oh, and they always say, on your next exhale, press, lift out of this. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I do Twitch most of the time, so I'm not used to the whole like, comment, and subscribe. But if you watch YouTube videos, they always say that, don't they? All right, so let us walk our hands back. We're going to tuck those toes. You can use your blocks here. I'm going to grab them real quick so we have them for demo. We're going to do camel pose. So camel can stay here. Oh, look at this. My head's being chopped off. Let's do this. So you can stay here with the hands higher up on the body. You can place your hands right below the thighs, like on the crease, right below the glutes. So you can place your hands around that area. Begin to let the shoulders drop away from the ears. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin down toward the chest. Not touching, it doesn't have to touch. We're going to squeeze the pelvic floor here. Draw the navel in toward the spine. Keep that tucked in. As you inhale, then we're going to increase our thoracic breathing here up at the top. Good. So we're not tucking our tailbone too much under. It's still a neutral position here. Or if you'd like, you can grab the blocks, placing them on the calves. Keeping the chin semi-tucked as if you had a small apple or orange between the chin and chest. You're doing awesome. Maybe you move further. Maybe you don't need the blocks. Breathe. Maybe you don't need them. Maybe you do. Listen to the back. Don't crunch into the back, into the low back, and then just as you went into it, you'll want to come out. Except I threw the blocks all the way over there, so I don't have access to them. So that's all right. All right, so coming out of that was camel pose. We're going to transition. So bringing the hips underneath the spine here. So we're going to line the hips down. And we're going to have our heels, you may be able to place your heels all the way on the floor and come into a yogic squat. Maybe it's happening for me, I don't know, but I always have such a hard time with malasana, yogic squat. So we're in yogic squat here. As an alternative, you can, I wouldn't recommend blocks, honestly, there. It's better to use like a blanket, something soft, because you don't want to press too hard on the plantar, area. Just want to be real gentle with that area. So, but it's real nice to have something underneath the heels, so you have the heel to floor connection here in this pose. And maybe you can sit on a block. That would be an acceptable and safe modification here. Breathing. Y'all are doing amazing, so keep it up. All right, now this is a challenge. This is the peak pose of this practice. We're gonna plant our hands into the mat. This is called crow pose. Definitely an upper body strength workout. So you'll place your knees on the outside of your upper arms, almost squeezing your upper arms here, and then one toe at a time, you'll lift one, keep the gaze forward down at the mat, and then the other. Now my friend, she's able to put her knees on the back of her triceps and balance in midair, which is beautiful. So you can do that too. One toe at a time, test the water, see if it's safe for you. Spread the weight all throughout the whole hands. This pose will look different because some people's legs are longer or shorter than the others. Breathe. Remember to breathe. All right, when you're ready to come out, go ahead. Come out. Yeah! Celebrate that we did crow pose. If you're only able to get one leg off, that's fine. It's fine. Baby steps in yoga go a long way. So you're doing good. I'm out of breath now. All right, so now, more than halfway done. We're gonna roll on down. If you have a strap, go ahead and grab one because we will use it here in just a moment. Hollow out the belly. Come on down. That was pretty cool. Okay. So we're going to do bridge pose. Oh yeah, it feels good. Bridge pose. So your hands, flats of your hands are down on the mat, reaching toward your heels. Tuck the shoulder blades under the body. Deep inhale. As you exhale, you're going to press your heels into the mat and start with a pelvic tilt. So the pelvis isn't too arched up and it's not sagging down either. So you want the pelvis to be nice and neutral. You want to feel your tailbone drawing toward your knees. Your shoulder blades are tucking under the body. Breathe. Pressing through the heels. Notice, are you squeezing your glute muscles? Are you over squeezing them? Can you relax a little bit? Anywhere here. Try to keep your gaze up neutral with your gaze up toward the sky. And you can roll on down. Vertebrae by vertebrae, as if the spine were a string of pearls from top to bottom, placing one vertebrae down at a time. So you can do bridge pose again, the same thing we just did, or if you want more of a challenge, you can press yourself up into wheel. So wheel is for advanced practitioners, so I only recommend it if you have done wheel before. You'll place your hands by your ears, heels are hip width distance apart. Deep inhale, and then exhale, pressing the hands and feet into the floor as you move up into wheel. This may not be safe for you, so do not do it if it's not safe for you. You can do bridge pose instead. It's a better modification. When you're ready, you'll come out of that or lower out of bridge Then bring one knee into the chest at a time, rocking the knees from side to side. So this class is for all levels, beginners to advanced. You can hug the knees into the chest for beginners, or for more intermediate to advanced, you can press the legs up and over into plow position. And here you definitely want to keep your gaze forward at your knees. Just offsetting, excuse me, show my back. I don't want to show my back. Offsetting what we did with bridge and wheel pose. As you come out of this, you'll bend the knees toward the face and roll down, keeping the hands planted on the floor, rolling down slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, taking your time. Awesome job, awesome. Just looking at my list here. All right. Drawing the knees back into the chest, separating the knees apart, then sending the heels toward the sky. Maybe taking your peace fingers and wrapping them around the big toes. Awesome job. Happy baby. I've heard people say that this is the pose that matches best with the name. You can maybe rock from side to side, giving a nice stretch to the sacrum. Press your sacrum toward the floor. The tailbone might be pointed up toward the sky. So see if you can point that back toward the wall, keeping the pelvis in neutral alignment. Good. Drawing these together. We're going to send our arms out to the sides like a T. Deep inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to send the knees to one side. Maybe the knees come to the floor, maybe they don't. And you're going to take your gaze to the opposite side. So listen to the body and only go as far as you're comfortable going. So you don't want to go too far if you're not used to it, to a deep stretch, because it's not good for the back to just, jump straight into like a super deep twist. So use your arms here for leverage and support and for you to test the waters to see if it's right for you today to do this. Breath deep into the body. Exhale, press that out, knees back to center. And then we're going to take that to the other side. Actually, it feels really nice. Just going to check my phone to see if any messages have come in. No, that's all right. I totally welcome messages in. Of course, if you're doing yoga poses, then you're probably not typing at your computer, which is good. We want that too. But if you do have a question, or maybe if you're watching just to test, see, test it out, observe, see if it's for you, I totally welcome chat messages. I'm totally good with it. It looks like one came in too. Hey, RMM, good job on the crow. Isn't that awesome? I'll do a celebration for you. Yay, crow. Congratulations. That's awesome. I'm happy for you. All right. We're going to extend one leg out. It doesn't matter which one. We're going to get both of them here. You can use the strap if you would like. I'm going to get more centered on my mat here. Yeah. So you can use your strap, and we're going to do reclined splits. So we did regular splits. Good job. Let your shoulders relax toward the floor. Let the upper body be just like jello. And draw those toes up high in the sky. You can keep your knees, have a slight soft bend in them if you want. Whew. Now we're going to switch to the other side, extend the opposite leg down, draw in that extended leg that was out, up. Oh, my hamstrings were really sore today. We did this yesterday, this reclined splits, and I think that really helped stretch out the hamstrings. So I'm excited about that. That's good. I wonder if we did anything else to like work hamstrings. I can't remember. I have my programs written out. I don't have it open right now. We're almost done. Nice job, everybody. Nice job. So your strap can be up here or it can be down here with your knee slightly bent. So just do whatever's right for you. I think my calves are also really tight, and that's what prevents me from doing splits. And then we're going to switch to the other leg once more. So switch back to the first leg. Take the strap into the left hand. If your right leg is up, then it's the opposite hand, so the left hand, and vice versa. So grab the strap with the opposite hand. Exhale that foot across the body. Keep both feet flexed here. So the reason we do that, to keep both feet flexed, is to let our bodies practice as if we were doing this standing up. Can you imagine if you were to do this? And then we use the strap here so we have that hand to foot connection. And this is a symbol of us recognizing our inner light. So eventually you won't need the strap and you can just grab your big toe and then go across the body and then just imagine doing that standing up. It's kind of cool. So we're getting into that hip of the foot that the strap is in. Make little circles with the big toe. The foot that's on the floor, you can rest the outside edge of that foot on the mat. Maybe that foot comes all the way down to the floor. Maybe not. Extend that foot back up, and then we're going to switch. Maybe you switch this time in midair. Extend this leg long. And then take the strap into that opposite hand once more, and we'll draw that foot across the body. So here, keep both feet flexed. I was starting to go into this without doing that. So remember, we do this because we're practicing as if we're standing up. Good job. I'm going to do this. Oh, yeah. Taking the gaze in the opposite direction of the foot. Deep breath. Inhaling and exhaling. And then on your next exhale, bring the foot up. Set your strap to the side, extend the legs out long. We are just about done. Last pose is the hardest pose, the pose of rest. We are going to stay here for just a few breaths, closing the eyes. Begin to let the body feel like lead, heavy. Warm, soft, heavy clay, and then follow your breath. If your mind wanders, just bring it back to your breath. Soften the jaw. You can continue to stay here if you like. I'm going to go ahead and begin to wiggle fingers and toes. Rolling over to one side, taking a breath here. Feeling grateful for this practice, for your presence, for your divine light and grace. The divine light and grace that is in me recognizes and is so thankful for the divine light and grace that is absolutely in you, yogis. Namaste. Well, thank you. Where do we end up? 1 minute to spare. So thank you so much for joining me today. My next class is tomorrow on Twitch at 7 p.m. Central Time. Thank you for joining me. I have yoga classes Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time every week. I look forward to seeing you next time. Please like, comment, and subscribe.